Hello, welcome back. Battlecruiser 3000 AD claimed the throne. Let's look at this now so that I don't forget like I always do. Thrones. Machaka has claimed the throne of Ur. So it produces 3 air gems. Blessed troops get air shield. Spreads the minion to boost air ritual range by 1. And enables the recruitment of windmasters. That's quite a nice little throne, I guess, to get you into Ur. We cast animation, we searched for sites, we found another site in the Haunted Woods, which is the Garden of Pearls, which is 2 astral pearls. It's really nice. We spied some more battles between Scleria and Machaka. One was Scleria attacking into Machaka. I don't think they had any actual troops here though, I think this is just province defense. And yeah, they're able to defeat province defense at least. So that's here. He's got back one of the provinces next to his cap. He has a lot of chaff. That's a lot of skeletons everywhere. And we also spied another one in Ras. That looks like a lot of province defense. Versus some... are they ghouls? They are ghouls. Unfortunately, heavy cavalry are very strong. So, yeah, that's all province defense. So that one didn't go as well. That's here. And we can also see the crossed swords on his cap, but we didn't see a battle there, so I'm not sure what that was. And then we attacked into Ivermark, which is the farmland, which was also full of knights, I think. Yeah. So we have our skeletons catching most of the lance charge. It looks like my giants caught a few though. Didn't do much though. That's good to know. Giants don't care too much about lance charges, I guess. I think this is the first time I've ever played a giant nation, by the way. I mean, I played, oh god, what are they called? Femoria once. But Femoria isn't really a giant nation, you don't really use giant troops much for them. Anyway, that was Ivermark. Mostly just got the big skeletons left now. And our sacreds, of course. Ivermark's a pretty good province. 116 income, so that's really nice. Unexpected event, we got 555 gold, which is a great one. Found a goose that lays golden eggs. Unfortunately, it was killed in the ensuing conflict of ownership. Yeah, that's great for us. And a new famous hero. So 6 pretenders to a square. Got into the Hall of Fame. And he achieved... attack skill. Not the most useful on a priest. But there we are. He's on 2 stars of experience now. He can lead 25 troops. Good stuff. So that's it for messages, and movements are all pretty much the same thing you can see. Back in Ashdod, the Zamzamite that we recruited this turn is perfect. He's Earth 3, Death 2, which is great. So he can cast Legions of Steel, which is really good. So I've given him some Earth gems. And my Prophet, of course, can also cast it with, as long as he has an extra gem. So those 2 guys are going to be moving into the throne to attack it. Unfortunately, I can't bring the skeletons with me because I forgot that these guys don't have wasteland movement, or whatever it's called. Wasteland survival. So they can't actually move to the throne in 1 turn. So instead, the skeletons have been given to Zadok, who is just going to move to this wasteland. Just so that I just want to move the skeletons forwards, basically, towards this area, in case I start attacking Bandar Log shortly. And you can see everything else that's in this area is now also moving in to attack this throne, including my site searches. These guys are useless. They can't actually cast anything useful in this fight. Literally just personal luck, twist fate, protection from fireflies, which is all pretty useless. But they're currently not doing anything, and they are my site searches, and I'm pretty sure thrones have a higher than average chance to have sites. So it seems like a good movement to move them into this so that they can just search for astral and fire sites next turn. Assuming I take the throne. So this is everything that's moving into this throne province. Lots of skeletons, lots of sacreds. We have my prophet who can divine bless. So all of the other priests are just going to cast final rest, which is my banishment spell. And we've also got a little death mage here who's casting dust to dust. So hopefully that should clear out most of the long dead quite easily. And then my giants will just walk forwards and chop up the rest of the guys and kill those few mages, and that'll be that. So I'm hoping this will be quite an easy throne to take. And we're also going to be casting Legions of Steel for extra armor on all of our giants, including most of our skeletons, because most of these skeletons are wearing some armor. So this should be fine. See how it goes though. Only other movements I note are I'm moving some more scouts towards Bandar Log. Also need to move some to a lab to pick up some gems to carry around. And this one red arrow here is just the shamans that I recruit in this province. I'm just going to move them into Almond to research until I have enough kind of mages that they can all just sit here to defend it. Once I get, what's that spell called? Swarm? It's in Alteration, yeah. Yeah, once I've got Swarm castable, all these nature mages that I recruit, I'll just give them one nature gem and have them set to cast Swarm. And then they'll defend this province quite well, I think, against Abyssia. And if I do see a huge number of troops suddenly appear in one of these provinces, I can pull them all back. But against raids and things, a few mages with Swarm I think is pretty much sufficient. And I might start pumping up the defense in this province a little bit over time as well. I think that's it. Oh no, I'm also forging some fires in a jar. That's just the fire item that gives you a free fire gem in combat. Just so that I have them. The mage that I'm sending out leading skeletons has fire 1, so we can give him a fire in a jar. And he can cast summon fire elemental once we research it. I think that's everything. Still building the same infrastructure. I think I'm getting a lab up in this province. Yeah. No temple yet, but I'm glad that Scleria is fighting back against Machaka a bit, because as long as these two guys stay in a war, then I never really have to worry about this border. And I can concentrate on this area. This is a bit... I'm not sure what these guys are doing. But that's it for this turn. I'll end turn there. And I'll see you on turn 20. Hello, welcome back. Conjuration is now 2. Not much of interest there. Search for sites, didn't find any. Lost another unit to attrition. Spied another battle between Scleria and Machaka. Scleria attacking into some PD, I think. A lot of PD. Exciting stuff. So they took the province. And then we attacked into a throne. So I had all my dudes in a big block so that they could all get buffed. You can see Legions of Steel goes off. Let's see, is there someone... So this guy's unbuffed. But usually I have 15 body protection and 17 head protection. But with the buff, it goes up to 18 body protection and 20 head protection. So average of 18. So it's pretty cool. We cast it twice, so everyone gets it. And we also do a lot of undead killing spells, because there are a lot of undead. The wizards mostly cast summon fire elemental. These guys are pretty tough usually because they're ethereal and they have the heat aura, so they're kind of frustrating. They just make all of you guys faint while you can't hit them. But my sacreds have magic weapons which can hit ethereal, and they have 19 fire resistance when they're blessed, so we're pretty good at killing fire elementals. They pretty much do nothing to us. And there we go. So, we did lose a few skeletons. I wonder if I accidentally banished a few of my own units when I was spamming banish, but other than that we took the throne. Some barbarians have been caught in Thodaz, so we'll get attacked there soon. Finished some buildings, and I'm starving in the throne province. So let's take a look at the throne province. This province sucks. It has an income of 10 and a population of 1500. I'm not sure why it's that bad. It's possible that it has some kind of population killing site? Is that a thing? I don't know. Either way, we have to get the fuck out of this province because it only has 249 supplies. That's fewer supplies than this wasteland. Oh no, that's 249 I'm using, okay. It only has 125 supplies, which is fewer supplies than this wasteland, which has 216. So it's pretty bad. And the throne is a thing. But it spreads Dominion 5, which is interesting. And it gives you a Dominion order, which is cool. I'm not sure what Dominion conflict bonus is. I assume it's when there's two sets of Dominion in the same province and they're trying to see who wins. But it brings minus 100 gold, which is pretty bad for us, to be honest. I was trying to work out how much order would be worth to us, because I was thinking we've got 1500 total income. Order scales give 3% income. So 1% of 1500 would be 15, I guess. Which means an extra order scale in all of my provinces would be 45 gold? Is that correct? That seems incredibly low. So it's not really worth losing the 100 gold. But I am going to claim it. And I'm going to claim it just because I like the idea of pushing out my Dominion a bit harder. So let's just do that. And we'll see how bad the minus 100 gold actually is. So most of my units are moving out of this province because we can't survive here. I'm moving into this wasteland because this is the province that just got that event that said barbarians are going to attack. So I'll move everything here and then we can defend against some bobs. That'll be useful. In fact, I might put everything just slightly behind the province defense. So that the province defense is what tanks for us. Why weren't you on hold? Oh, because you were being moved. I remember now. There's a different guy. I'll script that guy after the video. Yeah, so those guys are moving out. These guys are going to search. My astral site searcher seems to have retreated or something. I did move him, right? I'm pretty sure I moved him. But we'll search for the guys that we've got. We'll claim the throne. I'm going to leave this little priest here in case I build a temple here. And that's about it in this area. I realised that we can actually see Bandar Log's capital, which is right here. So yeah, in a couple of turns, I think I'm just going to ball up a load of units and just walk them onto his cap and see how that goes. To prepare for that, I'm moving a lot of scouts up to this area. There's 2 more scouts heading out from Dun Vale to Whispering Wastes. So I'll have about 4 or 5 scouts in this area. So we'll scout what this area looks like and then we might just walk on to Bandar Log, see how that goes. And everything else is just the same as usual. I'm recruiting Emites here for event protection. I've started recruiting sages here. In Ashdod I'm getting 1 more Zamzamite and then I'll switch to elders. In Quattle Swamp I'm getting one more Magus, and then I'll get some Emites, and then I'll switch to Sages. And nothing else has been built this turn. Pretender is going to head to the Throne Province to search it as well. So that's it for this turn. I was trying to see if we had anywhere else we could recruit scouts, and we don't. It's just this province I forted, unfortunately. Which is why I've got it on 1.5 recruitment. I was trying to remember as well, there was a screen that lets you see everything that you can recruit. Do people know this? It's like hidden. If you bring up the nation overview, and then you hit R, no, not R, D. Yeah, if you hit D, you can see everything that you can recruit, which is super useful. Yeah, and the only thing I can recruit scouts in is that one province, unfortunately. Alright, lingering a bit. I'm the last person to take my turn again. It's currently the hottest day of the year in the UK. So I don't really feel like sitting in front of the computer doing this right now. But I'll let them turn there. I'll see you in a second. Hello, welcome back. Just a few events this turn. We claimed the throne. That's good. We also searched for sites. We found 3 magic sites with Goliath in Morn. So let's go to this province. So we claimed the throne first of all. You'll notice that my income is still pretty much the same. But the income in this province is now 0. So I am assuming that this brings minus 100 gold per turn thing actually only applies to the province that it's in. So since Morn only had an income of 10, I think this throne is only basically doing minus 10 gold. So it's pretty much free, this throne, because this province was shit anyway. So that's really, really nice actually. So I'm glad we claimed this. But we also found 3 sites as well, which is crazy. So it's 2 earth sites and 1... Wait, that's a holy site? I thought it was an astral, but it's not. That's a holy site. So yeah. So we got Earthblood Seabridge for 2 earth gems. We got a water-filled cave for 1 water and 1 earth gem. And we got an ancient temple for 1 astral pearl. So that's a really nice bunch of sites there. My gem income is looking pretty sweet now. So that's that province. Also spied another battle between Machaka and Sclera. Just a 1 PD province getting taken by spiders. That's this one here. I think Machaka is currently at war with 2 people. Because he's asking me for help with Scleria, and I'm like, no. I'm quite happy to have these guys just in permanent war on my border, so that I can ignore them. Some events. Thodaz, we did get attacked by the barbs. They got bounced by our units though. We lost 2 skeletons. Ivermark found 6 fire gems, and Kunal lost 2 dominion. And we discovered a scout in Ashdod. And our scout was discovered in Machaka, unfortunately. So that's it for events. This turn, not much else happening. Just moving some troops towards Bandar Log. We'll have a couple more Sacreds, plus a new Zamzamite in this province next turn. And then the stuff currently in this wasteland, all this, is moving to Stone Heavens. So we'll be on Bandar Log's borders next turn. Turn after that, I guess we just march into him. We can see that Bandar Log has this army on our border. I'm not sure if that's attacking me or Titiz. Either way, I don't think that changes much though. We can't defend any of this region anyway. But that's fine, because we're right by his cap, so we're just going to march straight onto that, which will probably force him back. Is there anything else that needs talking about? I don't think so. Research, sneak research. We're searching Morn with our astral guy now. My pretender is also moving to Morn to search it. I think that's pretty much everything. So I'll hit and turn. Was there anything else I had to do? I can't remember. Still haven't scripted this guy. I'll do that. No, just moving these troops, right? That's it. I'll switch to just recruiting scouts here for some gold. Getting the mages here because it's the cheapest. I've got very little gold at the moment. Alright, ending turn. Thanks for watching. See you in a minute.